Dust on the dashboard, twine on the floor. That old creaky door says you're not going far. Lot could be said for staying on the place. Your sleeve comes up to wipe the sweat from your face. Memories come rolling like rain down the glass while you're working on the aches of your past. There's a longing in the hills of stone.
Hey everybody, my name is Deb Reimer and this is Music Makers, our show that celebrates original music. And today we're really pleased to have Alan Dobb in the studio with us. Alan is a Canadian singer-songwriter whose music blends country, folk, a little bit of roots with a modern edge. I did a little bit of research about Alan, and he was described as one of the finest and most literate tunesmiths in the country. Wow, that's quite a mouthful.
Praise.
It's lovely. Crafting songs that resonate with authenticity and a deep sense of place. And certainly having heard your music, I would say that's a great description. So we're really pleased to have you here today. Alan has performed at a lot of major folk festivals in North America, and I understand you've also toured the UK a little bit.
I did.
Which must have been a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
We're so happy to have you in the studio. I know you've got a upcoming release coming out. Is it the Afterlife Sessions?
The Afterlife Sessions, yes.
Looking forward to that. Are the songs you're doing for us today from that, or are these
Yes,
past
actually,
ones?
all of the four songs are going to be on the Afterlife Sessions.
I know the first song is called At the Bridge, and I wonder if you can tell me, where did that come from, and where's the bridge?
Yeah, at the bridge. Well, it's a metaphorical bridge,
Yeah.
and you probably thought that. And it's actually inspired a bit by, well, my friend John Gogo. And John writes historical songs, often about BC, which are, really nice songs. And we went to see John Gogo, and a friend of mine after the show said, Alan, you should try writing a song like John does, like with a historical perspective. And why don't you try writing a song about James Tate? And I knew of James Tate because I had read the book about James Tate by Wendy Wickwire, and it's called At the Bridge. And I thought, wow, that's going to be quite challenging. I mean, the book itself was a real rich resource, to work from. But in a way, a lot of detail, and I had to really filter and figure out what I was going to do. And so that was really the source for At the Bridge. And James Tate's story is it's an old story, but I think it's an important one about the time, because he was really a bridge builder between Indigenous people and the settlers that were coming at the time. And he worked for various anthropologists. He came to this country from the Shetland Islands in the late 1800s, and he made his way up to Spence's Bridge, and that's where he got acquainted with the life up there, and he became real friends with the Indigenous people, and he really went with them, and he learned so many languages, and he helped them in many ways. And so yeah, that's really what the song is about.
Well, I can't wait to hear it.
Through the valleys of time, the salmon rivers flow. In the meadows, the beaver and the bear. After 1862, nothing will ever be the same. Listen to the coyote and the crow. A few strong trees left to see another year, after the silent killer landed on the shore. From the Shetland Isles, I would also come by sea, but I found love among your sons and daughters. High upon a mountain
rode side by side, shared the cold and the fire. We looked over every ridge. The rivers come together, the water is warm. I will meet you down there at the bridge. By some strange design, why we'll never know, waiting on board a crooked train. I can't speak for you, but I'll give you my pen. I know the land means everything and more. High upon the mountain, we rode side by side, shared the cold and the fire. We looked over every ridge. The rivers come together, the water is warm. I will meet you down there at the bridge. All said and done, the miles put on for the stories, books and songs. Like my Samuel Stone, words live on through a mother and a son, and they will meet you down at the bridge. High upon the mountain, we rode side by side, shared the cold and the fire. We looked over every ridge. Rivers come together, the water is warm. I will meet you down there at the bridge, and we will meet you down at the bridge.
That was a beautiful song.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Now the next one I'm really interested in. I'm intrigued about it. Black and White 1912.
Yeah, that's another song that has origins in the interior of BC. And I spent a lot of time in the Clinton area and other places in there. And I don't know if you've ever been to Clinton, but there's a lot of history there. And I was fascinated by all the black and white photographs that were taken, you know, many, many years ago. And I realized that the people in the photos, they look austere, but really they were in color. You know, they had colorful clothes and the trees in the background were green. And I just realized that, you know, those black and white photos change our perceptions about the time. And I thought it would make a cool topic for a song. And I kind of took the perspective of maybe a ranch hand having lunch at the Clinton Lodge and then getting back up on the Caribou Road to head home to his ranch. And right about the time that the cars were coming onto the road and the stagecoach was still running. So that's kind of the backstory for the song. And yeah, it took a while to write that one, but once I had that original idea and then I had some of the pictures in my mind of the freighter on the wagon going up the hill and so on. And yeah, I really enjoy that song.
I know we're going to too, so thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I could step out of that photograph back behind my younger self. If a picture's worth 1,000 words, it should be mine to tell. My memory serves me right. On the back it says 1912. The big stage went by, then a 6-horse team and a freighter leaned forward to encourage a bit more speed, but the signs were up ahead for those who cared to read, like the push forward. Things are picking up steam. Hills touched the sky, and the summer it was blue when the sun went out and left a golden hue. Sun was red and trees a perfect green. Our faces were dirty, we were hardly ever clean. You could say I painted with the colors that I like. Our world was never black and white. That spring the hills were brown, winter slow to leave. Didn't discern or distinguish things that would freeze. We used to be bunch grass up to our knees. Now all the open ground is hungry and lean. Hills touched the sky, in the summer it was blue. When the sun went out, left a golden hue. Blood was red and trees a perfect green. Our faces were dirt, we were hardly ever clean. You could say I painted with the colors that I liked. Our world was never black and white. We got back up on the road, thinking our lunch had been spared. Came upon a wreck, gunshots still in the air. By all accounts, the motor car came out of nowhere. Horses and a freighter were history on the page. We thought about our future while a man walked from the stage with a camera box and black cape. He told us to gather round real close and look great. So we did. Hills touched the sky, in the summer it was blue. When the sun went out, left a golden hue. Sun was red and trees a perfect green. Our faces were dirty, we were hardly ever clean. You could say I painted with the colors that I liked. Our world was never black and white.
Thanks for that, Alan.
Welcome.
Bluebird.
Bluebird, yeah, Bluebird. You want to know about Bluebird?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I was heading to a ranch up in the interior, part of my work, and it was springtime, and there was still snow up on the plateau, and I was heading to a place down in the Fraser River Valley, and I got down there, and it was March, but it was warm and spring-like, and the bluebirds were flying fence post to fence post. There were a lot of them, a lot of bluebirds, and it just was such a beautiful thing. I thought I wanted to write about it. So, and I wrote that one on mandolin, and I continue to play it on mandolin because it's nice. It kind of invokes some of that flutter.
Great, can't wait to hear it, thanks.
I could cradle you like the canyon holds a river warm and tight, and the snow winging up the hillside, water welling up in your eyes. Measuring the beauty while the winter says goodbye. With the bluebirds in the morning, how they sparkle as they fly. It wasn't always familiar, 'cause he grew up on the coast, and the city far away does nothing to still your soul. Like the smell of the sage and the thunderstorms at night, with the bluebirds in the morning, how they sparkle as they fly. Tell me, where are you going? How do you find your way back? What do you need to hold on to while you're waiting for the seasons to pass? Measuring the beauty while the winter says goodbye. With the bluebirds in the morning, how they sparkle as they fly.
And last but not least, I really love the title of this song.
Thank you.
Lone Tree of Your Heart.
Yeah, Lone Tree of Your Heart.
What inspired that?
Well, that's a complex song, and it kind of crafted itself once I got the idea. I mean, I had the feeling, and it was this feeling of kind of finding yourself at home and enjoying home for what it is, and all the good things of home, but also kind of having this longing of, for me, being out on the road more, playing more, but just kind of reconciling those two things, and you do kind of find those things in your heart, you know, just, and then it became, there's lots of currents or threads in that song, but that's kind of one of the main threads in the song.
Great.
Dust on the dashboard, twine on the floor. That old creaky door says you're not going far. Lot could be said for staying on the place. Your sleeve comes up to wipe the sweat from your face. Memories come rolling like rain down the glass while you're working on the acres of your past. There's a longing in the hills, a stone's throw away from here. Sometimes when you get there, it's gone, so you wait for a song, a sparrow that knows the spot, all the tunes and all the parts, and it's right there in the lone tree of your heart, and you fly away. Almost 20 years since that time overseas. Not much has happened around here ever since. Wonder if maybe you could change your mind, or if anything wouldn't be different this time. Memories come rolling like rain down the glass while you're working on the acres of your past. There's a longing in the hills, a stone's throw away from here. Sometimes when you get there, it's gone. So you wait for a song, sparrow that knows the spot, all the tunes and all the parts, and it's right there in the lone tree of your heart, and you fly. Every song, you're together again. Brilliant glissendos, fingers over skin. Moon shines bright, bright like the sun. In the shadows, two lone trees merge into one. Memories come rolling like rain down the glass while you're working on the acres of your past. There's a longing in the hills, a stone's throw away from here. Sometimes when you get there, it's gone. So you wait for a song, a sparrow that knows the spot, all the tunes and all the parts, and it's right there in the lone tree of your heart. Longing in the hills, a stone's throw away from here. Sometimes when you get there, it's gone. So you wait for a song, a sparrow that knows the spot, all the tunes and all the parts, and it's right there in the lone tree of your heart.
Well, we're really pleased that you were on the show, and your music is fantastic. We're really looking forward to your upcoming release, the Afterlife Sessions, and thanks for taking the time to come and be with us today on Music Makers. I want to say a big thank you to Rogers and to John McKenzie for putting the show together for us, and of course, none of this is possible without the wonderful volunteers that work at Rogers, and we hope you'll tune in next time to Music Makers.
Through the valleys of time, the salmon rivers flow. In the meadows, the beaver and the bear. After 1862, nothing will ever be the same. Listen to the coyote and the crow. A few strong trees left to see.